Thank you for choosing me to be a part of the Chatham Kent Arts and Culture Heroes Wall of Fame. I'm honored that my name will appear alongside one of my heroes, Sylvia Tyson, and other members of our community that have been recognized for their creative contributions and accomplishments in music, visual arts, performing arts, literary arts, dance, and as cultural builders. And a special thanks to my friend Dee Merkus for suggesting me for your consideration. I'm so proud that I was born and raised in the Chatham-Kent area, and of course, more specifically, Merlin. I have so many great memories and important life lessons that I learned growing up as part of this community. Although they are no longer with me, I'm so thankful for the music that my mother, Monica Wright, and my father, Jack Martin, brought into my life. They both had their own bands, and although they divorced when I was very young, I remember watching my mom go off to her gigs on the weekends, and if I was at my dad's house, he would be doing the same. Every now and then I got to tag along, and hanging out at band practice was also lots of fun. Occasionally someone would pass me the mic and I would get to sing along as well. If my parents didn't have a show on the weekend, often the neighbors would come over and the guitars would come out, and we would end up sitting around the kitchen table singing country music. When I was 10 years old, my mother married my stepfather, Doug Wright. What a blessing it was to move to Doug's farm in Merlin. I started hanging out in the barn with Doug and my stepbrother, Lloyd. They would give me odd jobs to do, and the next thing I knew, I was working on the family farm, hoeing soybeans, picking tomatoes and cucumbers, and detasseling corn for the neighboring farmers, and earning my own money. As I reflect back on those days, I know that this is where I started to learn what it felt like to get up early and to set a goal for myself for the day. Whether it was to see how much of the field I could get hoed or plowed, or how many baskets of tomatoes or cucumbers I could pick. What a great sense of accomplishment I would feel at the end of the day when I would reach those goals. I also learned a lot about teamwork as we worked together as a family to do what needed to be done to harvest the crops on time and to keep the barns cleaned and organized. It was on the farm where I developed that strong work ethic that I employ to this day. I had the privilege of going to public school and high school in Merlin, and ultimately going down to Blenheim High School where I graduated grade 12. I wanted to know what it felt like to go to the big school just down the road. I'm very thankful for the teachers that were kind and patient with me, because I know I could be a bit of a challenge at times. And thank goodness for sports where I could burn off some of my extra energy. I got to be a part of a great athletic program that included volleyball, basketball, and track and field with outstanding coaches like Mr. Mort Giles, the late Mrs. Ingrid Leahy, and Mrs. Debbie Cleaver. This is where I learned discipline, determination, and not giving up, even when I wasn't sure if I could run another mile or take another step or do another sit-up. But once again, I learned how to set a goal and work towards achieving it. We might have been a small town, but we were strong farm kids and a force to be reckoned with when it came to sports. Whether you played sports or not, we were a tight-knit group of friends that grew up together and developed lifelong friendships and memories that are irreplaceable. I've been on quite a journey since I ventured out on the road to pursue my passion as a singer, songwriter, and performer, but I've not forgotten where I come from and the valuable lessons that I learned as a part of this community. Growing up on a farm in small-town Merlin has made me who I am and is the inspiration for the first single from my latest album, Milestone. The song is called Small Town, and I wrote the chorus like this. I'm a little bit of small town, edge of the border, a little big city when I got older, but when the carpet rolls up and the lights go down, I'm still small town. Thank you for all the support you have given me through the years. I'm very proud to be a small town farm girl from Merlin, and the Chatham Kent community will always be my home. Thank you.